Heavenly Father, we humbly come before you in this morning hour, seeking your divine protection and strength. As we gather in prayer, we find solace in your promise, Lord, that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. In the face of challenges and adversity, we proclaim your word, knowing that you are our shield and fortress. Isaiah 54 verse 17 declares, "No weapon that is formed against you will prosper, and every tongue that accuses you in judgment you will condemn." This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication is from me, declares the Lord. With these words, we stand firm, knowing that your promises are true and steadfast.
The thing I love about the Lord is that His ways are not like our ways. What God does, how God works, is beyond our understanding or comprehension. The way that God chooses to answer your prayers may not always be what you expect. Sometimes, your prayers are indeed answered by loss. Sometimes, God answers your prayers by taking something away from you. And that can hurt. But after that initial sting, you may start to realize that this painful experience was a blessing in disguise. Maybe people begin to walk out of your life. Maybe you start losing friends that you care about, but later on, you realize that they were hurting you more than they were helping. And so God was actually answering your prayer for a joyful and drama-free life. Maybe you lose a relationship, but as a result, you also lose the anxiety that came with it. You begin to feel freer and happier, just like you once prayed for. Maybe you lose an opportunity that you were really excited about, but later you find out that God was setting you up for something even greater. In all these situations, you might not see the positive consequences at first, but one day, when you look back, you will suddenly be able to connect the dots. You will start to see how God was actually being gracious by removing that person, that relationship, or that opportunity from your life. Of course, none of this is a surprise to God. Isaiah 55 verse 8 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." As much as God hates to see our pain, He knows that sometimes pain is necessary for our ultimate joy. God knows exactly what we need and at what time we need it. We just have to trust Him. We just have to let Him work in the way only He can do. Because we have all the blind spots, areas of our life that are unhealthy or toxic to our relationship with God. And we don't even realize it. But in His mercy, God steps in and removes those things for us. And He replaces them with something better. So right now, if you're going through a loss, if you're going through a season of disappointment, consider the possibility that God is answering your prayers in an unconventional way. Consider the possibility that through this loss, He is rearranging your life. Through this loss, He is strengthening you. Through this loss, He is leading you to better. God doesn't always answer our prayers the way we want, but He always gives us exactly what we need. A prayer delayed is not a prayer denied.